Hello and welcome back to the Madhouse. And if there is anybody in, can you let me know if you can hear me and if the pictures are okay? I can never tell this end, so I do rely on you guys to let me know that everything is okay. The internet connection is never great here, so hopefully, though, tonight we'll have no problems. Hey, Sean. Hey, Ali Bobs. How you doing? And we do need a miracle tonight. And after those 3 defeats, crushing defeats that we had last time, one of them was a draw, I just oh my goodness me. Everything had looked good. And then suddenly, crushing defeats. And it kind of leaves us in an odd position again. And it's been that kind of save. We are currently in 15th. We're actually 6 points above Newcastle, who are in the relegation battle. And I don't know where we're going to get our points from. We're still, ironically, in the last 16 of the Europa League. And my guess is the game is still going to go on tormenting me with this Europa League. It's going to probably allow me to go through. But looking at the run-in, I can only find Blackpool, Sunderland, and even possibly Newcastle, where we could get points from. So I don't know how this is going to pan out. haven't got a clue. I'm going to keep faith with the tactic. I mean, the tactic for a while worked absolutely brilliantly, and I'm going to keep faith with it. It's just suddenly seems to have stopped working for some reason. And as I said, we'll keep the faith with it. Managers do not change their formations every 7 or 8 weeks in real life, and I'm not going to do the same either. And evening, Andy. So we need a miracle. we need a miracle tonight. And I also I want to talk later when some of the regulars more turn up. I want to talk more about I need a miracle in terms of the channel, and we'll come to that later. I'm not quite sure how things are gonna work out with regard to the channel, but I'll chat to you about that later. But first, let's go and play this game that we have to play against Bayer. It might be a good idea to lose, because at least then we'll be out of a competition that we have no chance of winning. And we can focus a little bit more on survival. We have 4 points clear, I'm just noticing, of Forest. So we have a little gap, and I can't see Forest, Newcastle, Sunderland and Blackpool winning all their games. The board are probably not very happy. Become an established Premier League team, they're very disappointed. But I do believe that's because we've unfortunately had this good run. This good run in terms of Europe. I don't know actually quite where we are in terms of the schedule. The boys are still being rested, so we have a couple of days to play through. In fact, a few days to play through. Before we get to, normally I've moved this on, but for some reason I haven't moved it on. Tomorrow, just to touch on tomorrow, I will be going into hospital tomorrow. I have put a community post up. It's routine. They're going to cut me open and do some stuff. The big worry is bleeding, which they might keep me in overnight, but if the stitches actually heal properly, as they should do, then they'll probably let me go home. I'll still keep looking at that. But it does take a couple of days usually for things to sort themselves out. And usually because of the anesthetics, I'm not quite with it the day after. So there might not be a live stream on Tuesday. I'll just have to keep you posted on that, because if I'm still a bit groggy, actually I might perform better than I've been performing of late. I don't know why I feel like I am a novice at this game. I feel like FM24 has made me a beginner again, and I think I don't know if this game is just more difficult than previous seasons, or whether there are flaws in it. I was actually reading on Facebook, in one of the Facebook groups today, somebody talking about a flaw. I can't remember what it was. Some wise guy actually quipped up and said, "Nah, that's just bad management." I don't believe it is. I think that the game does things to upset you. It targets things that you're not strong at, like your squad is not strong at, and it targets that. And in other words, it's just telling you you've got to strengthen in that department. Thanks, Cenk. Good to see you again. Surgery is routine. It's probably end up with, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 stitches just above my nipple, as it were. They'll keep me in for 6 hours routinely, just to make sure that I'm okay. But if it doesn't stop bleeding, the problem with that is the blood thinners that I take and the beta blockers. So if they can't control the bleeding, they'll probably keep me in overnight. I have been warned, and I do need to pack a bag just in case, which I have to do after this. So it's going to be a long day for me tomorrow. It will be not pleasant. What's this? Has the schedule changed? Oh no, it's just in the future. Also, what are you doing to me? And that's a bigger issue, Andy. Because in June there is going to be a long break. I'm going to be away for just over 7 weeks, starting at the beginning of June. I leave June the 9th. I'm going back to Asia to visit friends, and people that I haven't seen for a very, very long time. And so it's going to be a long trip. I'd planned to do this when I left Vietnam, and I made promises to them that I would do this, and I'm keeping my promises basically, despite what's been happening. I mean, I had to cancel the major heart surgery. They tried to persuade me not to cancel it, but I told them that I was adamant, and I kind of figured that possibly I would. That's good. Possibly I would be not ever considered for the surgery again. I took that into account and told them, I understand that if you're angry and because of all the testing that you have done, then I understand that. But this is something that I have made a decision to do. And they did promise me that the surgery would be done last December. They said it was critical, would be done last December. But now they're saying it's not critical. And so I wish they'd make their mind up. And if it's not critical, then fine, I won't have it. It's major surgery, a quadruple bypass. And I did get a call from my specialist nurse the other day who tried to persuade me, what if we can do the surgery now? And I said, well, what if something goes wrong and I've spent £2,000 on a holiday? They have actually said, look, we understand that you have to do this because they're actually the only people that I've ever met in public. I don't know anyone in the UK. It's only you guys online that I actually know. So they are like my family, and they understood in the end, and they said, when you come back, just let us know when you're back and we'll try and get it done for you again, but we'll do it quicker this time. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, I don't really believe you. You kind of do NHS work, private first, and then NHS work, I think, when there's a dropout or a vacancy and you get people in that way. And I think the reason why they want me to still have it done now might have something to do with budgets. That they have to do a certain amount of NHS stuff before the end of the financial year. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I have a funny feeling that that's what it's about. But I've told them that I'm going, and I have, of course I did apply for that, but I'm going to decline it. That was a fit of pique. I don't want to go to Bordeaux. And we'll just decline everything as we go through this. And oh, you are kidding me. Now my goalkeeper's out for 6 weeks. Unbelievable. And my reserve goalkeeper's out as well. This game knows no bounds to its evil. And okay, whatever. It's like just like it's determined to do anything it can to stop me performing well. It knows this tactic is pretty good, and it's going to do everything it can. And that was not a fluke. The game didn't just decide, oh, we're going to have a random injury here. It deliberately targeted the goalkeepers. So it's not a fluke. But we'll try not to get upset. If we lose every game tonight, it doesn't matter. Noah Crisp is not going to be available for selection, so shall I just play Breno anyway with a broken leg or whatever he's got? I actually don't think I have another goalkeeper. Yeah, I have Seeley. What's he like? Rubbish. Oh, God. Noah Crisp isn't going to make it. He's not much better either, but he did have an extremely good spell when he deputised last time all my goalkeepers got injured. Travis. He's not bad, actually. He's not bad. Let's give Travis a couple of games. I don't think he's played this season, has it? I have no idea. And we'll put Noah Crisp on the bench because he could probably run around with a limp if necessary. He's desperately not fit. How do I consider my chances against Leverkusen? Well, knowledge of the game is something, and the game is tending to let me win these games. I don't know why, but it is kind of like favouring me. And it's kind of weird why it's doing that. I don't know what's going to happen. I also got to factor in that we've rebooted the computer. And that may have an effect on what goes on. What I really should do is play the game in extended highlights, stop it occasionally, look through the stats, and try and figure out what's going wrong, what's going right. But when you're sitting here and people are watching you, oops, I've got the sound on, then you kind of feel like you're under pressure to get the games done. So we're just going to go through them. And this is an update thing, which is annoying me. This will take a minute or so to now load the image data for the skin after you turn the sound off. Why? I've only turned the sound off. Why is it affecting the image data? Like, why does that have any effect on it? There are so many things that are wrong after the update. It will take about a minute. So let's talk amongst ourselves while it's doing it. Oh, there it is. And it hasn't actually altered anything, which is kind of like, so what was that about? Oh boy. And the pressure is all on them. The pressure is all on me, actually, because I could get sacked here for the first time forever. Need to turn off the auction. Oh, is that what it is? My bad. I had no idea that's what it was. We'll have a look at that later. Perhaps you can guide me on that. There's so many settings that I forget these days. I'm old. I can get away with it. And so, like the yeah, going back to the story, they haven't decided that they won't do the operation. Now, they just told me to contact them when I'm back. Now, the thing about that is with regard to the channel, what happens with the channel when I go away for 7 weeks. And I know I've got, like, subscribers. What did I tell you about the game tends to favour the Europa League? Why can't we play like this in the Prem? And no, I very seldom do, Cert. Very, very seldom do. And thinking about why, I was thinking about over the last few days why I set up this YouTube channel and what I wanted to achieve out of it. I mean, I set it up because I have this heart condition, and my idea was to raise money for the British Heart Foundation. But I wasn't allowed to do that. The government wouldn't allow it. Oh, what a chance. What is it? It's too... And so the government punished me because I had a YouTube channel and I was earning about 50 quid a month on a YouTube channel. And I thought when I got my pension sorted out in January that all this would be sorted out, but it's not. Look, because the pension that I get is not the full pension because I lived abroad for 16 years. But it's adequate. I'm not complaining. But I am entitled to pension credit. So unfortunately, the pension credit is means tested. And because I'm earning 50 quid on YouTube, they take it off me. And then I have housing allowance from the council, who also take that 50 quid off. So while I'm earning 50 quid on YouTube, organisations are taking 100 off me. And it's kind of like, oh, what? That's not fair. Should I say that we're ahead on the scoreboard? And so I kind of looked at this once I realised I can't do this for charity, because what happened was they were taking the money off me and I was just paying money to charity myself. So I thought, well, maybe I can get to a point where if this channel grows, that we can become fully independent of the government, the state, and the channel will support me. But that's going to take 6-7 years. And the more money I earn, so if it goes up to 100 a month, then those two organisations will each take off their share of that. And so the more money that I earn, the worse off I'm going to get. And it's kind of weird how this is working out. And also YouTube is very unforgiving. And if you go away, if you don't post for an extended period of time, YouTube stops showing your videos. Oh, hit the bar as well. Leverkusen have turned up with the away team as well. Why can't we play like this in the Prem? This is no good for my job. If I don't stay in the Prem, I'll get sacked. This is no good to me. Come on, win the ball. Well done. And so, yeah, so YouTube is very unforgiving. Now, I've got a bunch of fans. I have, like, followers, fans. What am I talking about? I have some very, very nice followers. I've got some really nice guys who watch my videos. But I have, like, 6,500 subscribers. 1,000 of those I know are just dead subscribers. They came over a year ago from Reddit after somebody posted on Reddit and Twitter, and they came left a comment and then we're never seen again, and that's understandable. But so that's still about 5 and a bit thousand subscribers. Oof. I gotta be careful because they don't need many highlights, and so it's views per video. At the moment, I get around about 750 views per day. And that's sustaining the channel, and growth in terms of subscribers is good, but growth in terms of views is not matching it. And I kind of understand, because I did look, and there are well over 1,000 FM content creators on YouTube. It's like a huge amount of people creating content. This nutter he's supposed to be the second best player in FM24, this guy, isn't he? Clivert will have to come and do his job then. And Traore again. I thought we were playing well up front. It's the midfield that's playing well. Who shall I give a game to? James McAtee. Go on, show us what you're made of, son. What does Clivert want to play as? Advance forward. But I think if I make him an advance forward, as they're going to come forward, we'll get him to go into space. Let's tell him to roam from position as well. Let's just tell him to have a roam around. Alex Scott is tiring. Nobody's really getting that tired at the moment. We'll carry on for a little while. And so, yeah, where was I? Oh, yeah. So if while I'm away, I keep that 750 views per day, then the channel stays alive. If it drops, as it will, because if you don't upload... If you don't upload videos, then your YouTube will just drop. It will just drop off. And after 7 weeks, I'm wondering, will it have got to the point where it'd be like rebuilding it completely? And that worries me, because do I really want to be like in a position where I'm actually starting again? And that really worries me. I think probably we need to strengthen up the midfield a little bit. Wingbacks are doing okay. And so I don't know, at the end of when I come back, I mean, obviously I will keep an eye on the channel, and I have this idea where I will upload... He's miles offside, ref. Miles offside. Yep, it's been given. I think we'll come back to balanced now. And what we'll do... Pull the line back. We'll come off the counter press. Still counter attack though. Don't need to be more expressive or run at the defence too much. And we'll waste time a little bit. So if it does fall off, I'm going to be in a position where it'd be like starting from day one again. And that worries me a little bit. I do have, like, I'm so happy to have got where I got to. In 2 years, I couldn't ever have thought that I would have grown this much. I'm an old man, and I didn't think that anybody would take me seriously. And I didn't think we possibly were going to go away to Leverkusen and win that game. And I was like, please, FM, can you let me do this in the Premier League instead? 4 to 7 weeks, brilliant. And so what I thought about doing, Cenk, was I thought I'm going to upload a vlog every other day of my travels. And I'll release a video explaining that I'm going away before I go away. And what I'll do is just release a vlog of me on holiday. And there'll be like 10-minute videos every other day. And I'll ask people, you know, if you watch those, and then the channel will survive. Give me 10 minutes of your day just to see where tune in, see where I am, see how I'm going, and the channel will survive. And it will give you a chance to give me a chance to show you guys why I love Asia so much. Possibly. And then just those. No, unfortunately, Andy. That's when I did actually start this when I was in Vietnam, and nobody understood what on earth I was trying to do. And nobody is a football fan. I know a couple of rugby fans. My best friend out there, he is a Maori, and we hit it off because obviously as a Welshman I played rugby when I was younger. Rugby was my main sport when I was young, and so there's a German who is a writer that I know. He's obviously a German. He supports a German second division team, I believe, but he's not interested in the fantasy world of football. He is, I don't know if he's interested in anything other than what he does himself. But unfortunately, FM is not something that they're really into out in Vietnam. Probably why they don't have a Vietnamese. Probably why they don't have a Vietnamese. Actually, I have another plan for this. Database in the game. What I want to do, and put him on support. That's a plan. Because if they've got wingers who are crossing the ball, maybe I don't want to be. Maybe I don't want to be pressing them. We'll see how that works. It seems to be that that's what they're good at, is crossing. That would be really nice, Andy. That would be like a dream come true. Absolute dream come true, that would be. Or the Vietnamese, more like the Vietnamese, or perhaps the Filipino representative. My dream was to retire to the Philippines, but the heart condition has put paid to that. Unfortunately, I was on the way to doing it, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Sometimes you just got to accept in life things aren't going to happen. Like Blackpool, who are 20th in the league. And sometimes in life you just got to accept. Oh, Crisp is available, is he? I do agree. Although, did Travis have a good game last time? Didn't look like he did too bad. Yeah, I just don't see why we need to take Travis out, and he's pretty good in the air. Travis is got area reach 14, jumping reach 14. I think he's probably better in the air than Crisp, who has only aerial reach of 11 and jumping reach of 12. And if they're crossers of the ball, I'm not quite sure I want to be putting Crisp in there. The rest, possibly. Scott, it's just like these players are not playing very well. It doesn't matter who you pick. Sensei is unregistered. So I don't know how it's going to work out. It would kill me, I think, if I came back and found that I would be starting the channel almost from scratch. Although the subscribers will still be there, YouTube will not be showing the videos. And although I've got 6,000 subscribers, there's actually only about 500 active subscribers from the 6,000. And in terms of YouTube, it's a myth that subscribers count. I don't care how many subscribers I have. It's views that count. The more views you get, the better it's going to be. Is it a good idea to rotate for Blackpool as well? I don't know. What do you guys think? No, that won't do any good, Jenk. That will cause them to... There's something happening to channels. They used to actually like you to put things in playlists. I don't think they like you to do that now because they think it's false. That they think you're looking for adverts and doing it in an illegal manner. Not quite sure what the word is that they use. So they'll close the channel down. If somebody does that, they'll close the channel down. So that is definitely not a good idea unless you want my channel to close down, Jenk. And, it is very, very complicated. It is not something that I would recommend anybody get into because it's horrid sometimes. You're fighting an uphill battle all the time. Who does he want to play there? Adams. And then he wants to bring in... Who? So he wants Scott and Adams. That's who I've got there. What's he on about? Anna Scott is playing on the wing, isn't he? Not quite sure why, but seemed to pay off last time. And so, yeah, there's things that you should not do when it comes to YouTube, and that's one of them. Otherwise, they'll just shut the channel down. I think they don't shut the channel down, they just stop any payments. And there was a big thing going around YouTube a long time ago. Not a long time ago, 6 months ago, where this was happening to really big channels as well. And they were not like doing anything wrong. And it seemed like for them, their channels were finished. For the big ones, they were finished. So no, don't do that. What is going on here? So what was this guy? He was not a DM. And the roaming playmaker was over here, wasn't he? I've completely lost the plot now. What has gone on here? So this one was the volante. Oh God, this game. And this guy was the roaming playmaker. Okay, maybe we've got that sorted out. And so, yeah, I mean, it's like really difficult to know what to do. And I guess, though, if like 1,000 people watch those videos that I upload, the channel will survive and do quite well. But if people don't watch any videos while I'm away, it will just drop off. And then when it drops off at that level, what YouTube does is it stops showing it. The ratio of times that you will see my videos pop up on your homepage will just plummet to the point after about a month where you won't even see me at all. that is not a good idea. But I do have to go away, and it's quite interesting that I will probably be going away once a year for a month. If things financially work out, then my plan is to go. Oh, I can't play Travis. That's why he's not registered. So they've got to have the little guy, this means we definitely need to stop the crosses. So, I don't know. Big decisions to make once I get back. The game has done the dirty on me, hasn't it? So it can tell me now, yeah, well, you had a small goalkeeper in there, so you had to lose against Blackpool. Game's just doing the dirty, isn't it? And then against Leverkusen, we'll have the other goalkeeper who's got a little bit of quality about him back. And then that's why we'll beat Leverkusen. This game is nuts. Absolutely nuts. And I don't know what the hell it's doing to my brain of late. And it's still doing the same in the other save. It's just suddenly like both my saves have gone absolutely bonkers. And do you know what? I had this thought the other day that perhaps this game is not about saves, it's about the manager. So you know that screen at the start where you set your manager up? Do any of you change your manager when you start a new save? Do you change your manager or just go with the user profile that you've got? Because I think the game learns about that manager profile. And so when you start a new save, it's basing everything on that manager profile. I'm absolutely convinced of that. Because both my saves have gone really horribly wrong at the same time. And why would that happen? It's just kind of weird. So I think the game actually... Yeah, I think the game just uses the manager profile. And so the challenges that it sets you will come at a certain time, a certain season. And it's happened in both of my saves. Which is kind of like suspicious, to say the least. And, Fulham won, did they? So the game's putting pressure on me now, is it? Got to get a result then, boys. I think maybe as we are away at Blackpool, let's go positive rather than attacking. I don't know if I'm doing the right things. I'm trying to change some things. We've rotated a little bit, but not too... What does he mean, push higher up? The lines are like... Well, let's do that. And see what's happened to my line. I think I'd put my line back. Yeah, higher. He's done nothing to my lines. So what has he done? That's interesting. Because now I don't know what to change. I don't know what he's done. He said push higher up, but he's done nothing to the lines. Interesting. Step up more, was that? Possibly he's added step up more, has he? To push the defenders and compress the midfield. I don't know. I'll take his word for it. Let's go to this one. Travers is unregistered, so we got to have that other nutter. Seeley has to come onto the bench. We've got good defensive cover. Actually, I'm going to give him a game instead of Mepham. Don't know why, I've just decided that. Look at Mepham, 6.78. He's not much better, a 6.81, but he needs a game. And I mean, I don't know. It just seems odd that all my saves have gone wrong at the same time. And maybe I'm gonna like change the next save that I do. I'll change the manager profile and see if that makes any difference. So have I got wing backs? See, I've only got one wing back. This game is nasty. So let's sort this out. Let's put them in order, a nice little order. And then, of course, I have to have... Where is Brandon Williams? He's already there. Who's the other? Kuto is injured. So now we have our wing backs, some midfielders. Billing does a good job from the bench. Esposito, 6.35 Esposito's average rating. That is shocking. That's just like I'd never seen a save like this. Makuka come onto the bench. She's and Parrott probably comes onto the... We don't have 12 subs, do we, for this? Hey, Arda, how you doing, my friend? So now we've got two wing backs. Let's put a couple of midfielders in there. Esposito. We need a winger on the right. Clivert instead of this guy who I've never heard of. And Makuko. And Denzil gets a game today. But I can't see us winning this because we've got a short goalkeeper in there. And Blackpool just happened to be very good at crossing. What a game this is. That is so engineered. Now they're going to be peppering my goal with crossing. But I have put the wing backs onto support and told them to close down less, with a hope to stop them getting these crosses in, push them out wide. What I should do is turn them onto their weaker foot and tackle harder on the weaker foot. Max Bird is having a good game. Why? His passing is only 81. Is it his shooting then? Is he shooting? Nobody's had a shot. Why is he having a good game? And their goalkeeper is on a 7. We haven't had a shot yet. I really don't know why they're playing so well. Favre was on a 7 briefly, but that's disappeared. And look at Denzil, 6.5 already. Why can't I get a striker to score goals in this save? I thought I got a really good one in Makuko, and then I thought I got another good one with this Washington guy. But none of them will play. And this is not working out, is it? There's the crossing that they are famed for. We've had all the possession. What's going on here? Come on, come on. This very rarely results in anything for us. Go on, get it into the box, go on. It's all a bit tight there, isn't it? Good tackle. It's all a bit strange, this game. But we are coming back into it. Oh, that was close, but not close enough. I'm actually not expecting to survive. Langstaff, my tattoo for tomorrow. And we've had all the play, and once again it's all about scoring goals. So we'll give them We'll give them another 15 minutes and then I'll have to do something. Look at this, the two forward players again. I mean, maybe it's the tactics wrong up front. That's why they can't score. So maybe we'll have to change the roles in 15 minutes. Maybe don't substitute. What sort of a pass was that? This is the goal then, is it? This is where they're going to score. Because we have this high line. Oh, well intercepted. Is it where we're going to score? Oh, I say. Oh, I say. What a strike. So, if this keeps up, a massive 3 points this will be. Given what's coming up. Passing from both teams is dreadful, isn't it? So these two boys, who are not playing very well, let's try and do something with them. Let's put him into a deep lying forward on attack. And let's try him as a... Let's go for an inverted inside forward. What's his finishing like? His finishing's not bad. Look at inside forward on attack. And then... let's put him on attack. So that he will cross. Probably miss. Oh, goodness me, Andy. So maybe that will help. Do I need to make subs yet? Not yet. It's just changing it up. Will that help a little? Because at the moment, we will go up, we will be 9 points above the relegate. Oh, God. It doesn't really matter, does it, by the look of it? Oh. Let's drop them some encouragement. So we would be 9 points. Who is this? This is us. We are attacking down the right. They just seem to be focused in the middle. So I think make some substitutions here. Alex Scott is tired. Lakonga can come on for him. Probably doesn't want to play as the roaming playmaker. They're not getting as tired as they were. Chacares is not playing very well. So we will need to bring Mepam on. And then these two boys, it doesn't seem to be working out, does it? Who's the other midfielder? Tyler Adams. We'll just keep an eye on him. Now we'll bring on Esposito. And we'll try and hold on to this in about 10 minutes. Crisp is doing all right. He hasn't had too many crosses to deal with from what I can see. But we need to just get this second goal. Can we get this second goal, boys? Isn't it strange, though? It's like how we do very well for the first 3 games or so when we load up this save, and then for the other 3 we're going to lose all the games. And this is a pattern. It's like we do really well for 3 games and then do really badly for 3 games. Changing that pattern is really difficult. Go on, let's get this second goal, boys. Go on, you can do it. You've got this space out on the right. That's nice. I think we should focus play down the flanks. Oh, what a strike! This boy's on fire today. Favour fire. Yeah, but what manager in real life, Andy, does that? Like Pep Guardiola. Oh, it's 8 games have gone now. I've got to change my formation. like I can just see these managers in their office counting at 1, 2, 3. 3 games have gone. I've got to change the tactic now, haven't I? Because the gods have got this like pattern of 3 games. So I got to change my tactic. I just can't see managers sitting in their office in real life figuring that one out. How many games are gone? Do I need to change my tactic and the formation? Go on, make it 3. Penalty, referee! Yes, he's given it. And then I'll make my final changes after that. But these 2 boys up front have had nothing to do with the game. I don't know why we're doing so well. Oh, hat-trick boy. Does this mean we're going to survive? Who knows? I don't want to speak too soon. Hat-trick boy. Well, he has to play now for the rest of the season. So who are the tired players? Max Aarons and Tyler Adams. Who's the other wing back? He's actually doing all right. He's not tired at all. So Lakonga can come in for Tyler Adams. Max Aarons, we can bring Brandon Williams on. One more change, maybe. Well, these 2 are picked up a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. Let's bring Billing on for Traore. He might be old, but he's got the game intelligence, that boy. It's all very level in terms of chances created. Blackpool have actually been the better team in terms of chances created. We've just put ours away, which is surprising. But once again, it's the midfield that's done the job. Oh yeah, we're in again. Go on, Sam. Oh. Did anybody watch the Liverpool City game this afternoon? I thoroughly enjoyed it, got to admit. It was a good blood and thunder game. Very, very good game. I thought Liverpool were unlucky not to get a penalty in the last minute. Thought that boy Doku was very lucky that he didn't give away a penalty then. Let's go back to balanced and let's just see this game out now. I thought it was I shouted penalty when I saw it. I shouted penalty. I thought it was a bad tackle. No, I haven't seen the West Ham game. I'm finding it difficult. Yeah, absolutely, Andy. Anywhere else on the pitch, football shouldn't be like that. There shouldn't be one rule for the penalty area and one rule for the rest of the pitch. That is not written anywhere in the laws that there are different rules for fouls in the penalty area, or like the grabbing of shirts that goes on as well. It's just really bad. And if you grab someone's shirt, that is a foul. If you put your arm on someone's shoulder and pull him back, that's a foul. It doesn't matter how long you do it for. It's a foul. And they're like, I'm listening to commentators who are saying, he didn't hold on for long enough. No, it doesn't matter how long. If you do it, it's a foul. And I just... the modern game sometimes blows me away. I don't understand it. And I'm struggling to work out. One of these days I'm going to go to a press conference. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Andy. Oh, he's out for the next game. Hat-trick man. Let's do it again. So how does that make it look? 10 points ahead of Newcastle in the relegation zone. How many games left? 8 games to go. You'd got to be thinking we'd be safe. But look at these fixtures. Arsenal, West Ham, Chelsea, Aston Villa. That's why it's put me 10 points clear at this point. But overall, I watched Klopp speaking afterwards, and Klopp was happy with the draw. And I thought that, he's got some really good young players there, Klopp, like Bradley. Quansah, I thought, was outstanding today. He made 1 or 2 mistakes, which Van Dijk covered for him. But he looks like he's going to be one heck of a footballer. That Quansah. Had him in my Middlesbrough team, didn't I? What an exceptional footballer that boy is going to become. If he keeps developing, he's going to be one of the best centre-halves in a long time. I think he's going to be far better than Van Dijk. He's just like, for a young kid, he's got such poise and he seems to know what he's doing. He's just got it, that boy. Yeah, what we don't want is for Newcastle to win, so we got to keep an eye on Newcastle, Sunderland and Blackpool. All those northern clubs. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Andy, that I like about him. He's just got natural poise. He looks, for a young kid, he looks like he's been playing for years. Wagner, he's just like so poor. This is his league form. He's just about the same as everybody else, isn't he? Just go away. We don't want him next year anyway, so you can't recall him now. So just go away. Can he recall him now? Can he just say, I want him back? No, he can't. He has to do it in a transfer window, doesn't he? Just upset the manager, that's all. I mean, I don't know why I'm looking at this. We play these geezers the same way as we played them before. And I think that's it. The line, I think. Yeah, higher line is good. I don't need to push up anymore. Only us oldies. You're not like old, Andy. I'm the one who's old here. I'm actually grabbing that title. I just find this game really odd sometimes that, like, this is what we started with last time, and it all went wrong, and we're doing the same thing this time. This game is sometimes very odd. Yeah, I'll go along with that. But where's Favre? So I'll go along with that, but I'm going to, obviously, perhaps he's not registered, is he, Favre? I think he is. Just don't know why my assistant wouldn't pick him when he's just scored a hat-trick. Ah, he's unregistered, that's why. So save your big performance for the next Premier League game. We're going to need a big performance from someone. But we're only, what, 2-0 up in this? This could all go wrong now. I won't actually be unhappy if it goes wrong, because then maybe the game will back off me a little bit when it comes to the Prem. But I wouldn't find it unusual if we actually made it. Esposito. Yeah, I'll go along with that. If we, the game I think the game's got it sorted out. Bournemouth will get to the quarterfinals. I think that's in its mind. Couto hasn't played. Just some of these lone players have just not played for a while. They're just not good enough. Like, I don't know who is good enough in this team. We'll give Makuka another game. Let's try and get a good victory here. So I don't know, thinking about what I was talking about earlier, if I did upload a 10-minute vlog every other day, would you guys watch it? Or am I just like doing something that nobody's going to watch? Yeah, we do. We need to show everyone that praise. I don't know why anybody would be praising us, but the one or two people who praised us, let's show them. It's justified. Perhaps. No, we need to switch these over then, don't we? Maybe Leverkusen are not a very good team in FM24 in this year in FM24. I don't know. But at the moment, if they're not as good as us, they're a pretty poor team. Come on, take him out. Of course, they're going to come back into the tie. We know that, FM. We're absolutely aware of that. Offside, I think. Yeah, he's got his flag up. So, but I am aware, FM, that you want them to come back into the tie. I'm not silly. They got Patrick Schick playing for them, so they can't be that bad. Granit Xhaka, he must be about 40 years old, is he? So let's look after those two midfielders. Xhaka is one who's having a good game. Let's put someone on him. And the other one is Grimaldo. I think he is he's a full-back, isn't he? Yeah, he's a wing-back. So we'll turn him onto his right foot. Try and stop him being a bit of a nuisance. Come on, let's get a goal. Come on. We're in good scoring form at the moment. The picture seems like there's a fog in the ground tonight. Oh, I say. The wing backs that I have in the main save playing for Coritiba, they just keep scoring all the time. These wing backs are not doing the same. So I got them both on support, which is good. I don't want them getting out of position too much. Our midfield has started to play really well. The last 3 games, our midfield has been playing really well. You're doing brilliantly. Keep going. Look at Makuka at 6.5 again. This is just bonkers. Let's try and change something. Let's put him as a deep lying forward again. And we'll try Scott as an inside forward on attack. We'll try it. Because it's definitely something is not right about those 2 forwards. Might have to look at the tactic overall. But if we can just get through this next 45 minutes, we'll have a look at the tactic overall. Grimaldo is a pest. So Scott is going to mark him. Somehow we've got to stop him. It's only, I mean, Xhaka, since we type marked him, has not really been in the game at all. Grimaldo didn't seem to have any effect what I did, so we'll type mark him. See if we can take him out of the game as well. And let's go and make some subs. And I think maybe this might be a good chance to try something out here. I got a striker on the bench, Kluivert. Let's not do anything yet, because it's Scott who is the problem. Can Traore play on the... No. So if I bring Kluivert in... and push him up here. And we'll have an advance forward next to him. And we'll put this wing back on attack. And focus play down the right. I've no idea what I'm doing. But I'm just trying to make it a little bit different so that I can influence how these forwards are playing. But I do need to make some changes, don't I? So Traore, let's bring him into the centre. Well, that doesn't give us cover then out on the... It's probably not a good idea, actually, is it? But let's bring him back here. Make him a shadow striker. Makuka can play... Let's play him as a complete forward, and then he will drop deep occasionally. He will run out wide occasionally. Put the wing back on support, and put this one on attack, so that he's bombing up and down here. And put the Volante on attack. Crazy times, crazy times. Mepham is having a bad game now. Caceres can come in there. So make him a central defender on cover. Makuko's not playing with him. Max Aarons. They're all doing okay. I'm looking for tiredness, I guess. Esposito isn't... Yeah, 2 midfielders I don't want to touch. Aina and Max Aarons, maybe. Brandon Williams here. Let's go with that for now. I don't know how that's going to affect the game, but we have let them back into it, and that worries me. So just try changing things, I guess. Cool, we suddenly got some very tired players out there. Just very suddenly. Look at these three. Well, the wing back probably needs to be changed, but I've used the wing back now. Ooh. So let's put him on support and tell him, let's put him on defend. No, we can't. Dribble less, shoot less often, take fewer risks. Ease off the tackles, conserve your energy. And 2 midfielders have got to be changed. Sumare. Oh. Stop doing that. Oh, come on. They're too close together. Sumare and... Ooh, Tapia hasn't played in a while. Let's give him a game. I'm going to make him a ball winner on defend. And that's it. Let's try and see this game out, boys, and we'll be in the quarter-final of the Europa League. And that will be just... I don't know what to say about that. Oh, that was a good goal. One off the training pitch there. And that was a centre-back blasting that into the net. So we made some changes, and let's hope we can start scoring goals again. Although we have the toughest games of all coming up. So we've won 3 games. They're not going to score 3 times now. We've won 3 games now. Well, 1, 2, and drawn 1. And so that means that we've reached the 3 games, and 4 is not an option in this save. The sea mist, though, has definitely disappeared as the match went on. Okay, so we are into the quarterfinals. Not a bad performance, that. It's actually, this is like now Arsenal and West Ham, there's 2 defeats, and then we have to play in the quarter-final of... There is a break. Why are we playing on Thursday in the Premier League? That's interesting. There is a break of a week, so they don't need a rest. Maybe that's the secret, is to just keep changing things. It's just like, maybe that is the secret to everyone. Just change something. In key highlights, you don't really know why things are happening. He's going to be out all season, isn't he? Oh no, he's going to be back in 3 weeks. But Crisp has to start. And we're doing all this without goalkeepers. It's the second time Breno has had a long injury. Oh, we got this again, haven't we? Lakonga can come in this one. And then we want wing backs. Brandon Williams. Esbrand. Lakonga, Billing, Clivert, We don't need all those. Clivert's the right winger. We've got attacking mids. Denzel Washington. Arsenal, top of the league. What's the betting we get a draw against Arsenal? Against all the odds. We can't beat Fulham or Everton or any of those bottom teams, Forest, but we don't do too bad against the top teams. Maybe it's because we shock them because it's so attacking. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Sean. And you have a good night, mate. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it will be Tuesday, but if not, it will definitely be on Thursday. So, Arsenal, if we get a result against Arsenal, I think we'll survive. It's because at the moment we're 10 points clear of the relegation zone. Newcastle have yet to recover, and I'm guessing they will recover. Newcastle are not going to be relegated by FM. So Newcastle will recover, and they've started to recover. And in fact, how did that work? Now we're only 6 points clear of them. They just play 2 games. And Sunderland are starting to recover as well. Well, we've got our hardest games coming up. I don't quite understand that. We were 10 points clear of the drop zone a few days ago. And now Newcastle are playing again. This is their recovery. They will go out now. It's so obvious. Newcastle will get out of the drop zone now. Yeah. It's just like... This game is nuts. It's too obvious. It's not going to be Newcastle who are relegated. So the game's going to rig it so they get out of the drop zone. And this is where we lose, so it all becomes exciting again. Keep me in the league. That's all I ask. And you can do what you like. Currently a slight weakness. I'd say it was a desperate weakness. Maybe we should rotate against Arsenal because we've got no chance anyway. Breno, huh? He's not fit, he's injured. 6 to 12 days. Having a laugh. But the rest of it looks okay. Actually, I'm going to rotate the team. It feels like one of these games where I should rotate the team. So I'm going to play Chris because he's actually probably the only player who's doing all right. So I'm going to play... He's still injured. Wagner. Let's play Wagner. He's desperately unfit, though. Probably not a good idea. I'll play Lakonga. And we'll give Quatera a game. And no, we won't. We'll put Favre out here. We'll put him on the bench instead of Clivert because Clivert's Rubbish, really. Sumare. For Wagner. David Washington. That looks okay to me. Maybe we'll play Brandon Williams. Aina is suddenly starting to play okay. So we'll leave him in. Should I mess with this or just go for it? I'm going to play attacking against that. We're going to go as the tactic was set up. With a much higher line. I'm going to stop the crosses. I think we're going to get hammered if I do that, though. So maybe it's not a good plan. Let's bring the line back. Let's not do that. And let's not do that against Arsenal. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And go to positive. I think we'll go positive rather than attacking. Oh, big games coming up here. Newcastle playing Liverpool. I would expect Newcastle to lose, but I know what this game is like. Yeah, they have lost, though. Which is good, because now we've played 2 games less than Newcastle. Nottingham Forest drew. It's all getting very tight around here. 29 points, 33. It's getting too tight around there. And unfortunately, some of the top teams are being punished for what's going on at the bottom. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. We haven't got a chance against Arsenal. So you mean there are 7 internationals in our ranks? Balanced or positive? I'm going to go positive. We got to give them a game, haven't we? Got to give them a game. We are the home team. Good game from Crisp, and we'll be all right. We've rotated a little bit, which is the game tells you should do. And we must remember to do this because he changes his mind, which is a bit naughty. We've got nothing to lose here. Traore's nervous. He always is. I wonder if he knows that FM has got him down as a nervous boy. It's all Arsenal at the moment. But if we can FM Arsenal here, it would be lovely. Oh my God, he's nervous. Don't give it to him. That is something that I would like to see sorted out in the graphics. When you tackle someone, as Arsenal tackled my player there, you don't win the ball. You just give the ball away again. And that was terrible. This will be a goal because whenever that happens, you usually concede. When the winger out there loses control. Yeah, here's the goal. Yeah, I knew it. Soon as you see that winger out there lose control like that, it results in a goal. That is like... I was just like, come on, FM, can we be a bit more imaginative? Or do I just spot things better than anybody else? There's other things when you have this little triangle of passes just inside the opposition half. When they put that little triangle of passes together, that's a goal as well. It's just like, I don't know, do I spot things better than other people, or have other people spotted this? You know when the opposition are going to score. That winger losing control, giving it to the fullback, it always is a goal. Oh, but we're back in the game. The thing is, I can't predict when we are going to score, though. Oh, no, he's given it as offside, is he? No, it's given. And I think it's more difficult for me to predict when we're going to score because we miss so often. And not just in this save, but in all saves. Well, we're certainly giving them a game, boys. And there's always lots of goals that start with throw-ins in this area as well. So I think there's probably a goal coming up here for someone. Maybe I just watch too many matches because I just play a lot of games. Maybe I just watch too many games. Oh, that was close. Certainly giving Arsenal a fright here. But then I never worry about playing teams high up in the league. I have to worry about the Blackpools and the Nottingham Forests of this world. Get a point here, that would be awesome. Can't see us doing it though, but... I mean, we are not the most dominant team. We've got no possession. Oh, but we've got another injury. That's fantastic. I was just about to say we haven't had an injury for a while. Seemed motivated. Oh. Did I confirm the sub then? Yeah. Well, that was good because I think Arsenal were about to mount an attack. But here's I think... Or maybe not. Let's just watch this. If they pass it around from one side to the other, this will be a goal. I'll be very surprised if this doesn't end in a goal. There you go. Pass it from one side to the other. That's another goal. It's too easy to predict. And I think this is one of the problems I have with the game. It's a big, big problem for me, this. Whilst it looks very pretty, it's always the same. Well, we're going to have to do something, aren't we? Odegaard is a pest. Oh, he's done it again. There's another goal coming. He's done it again. I know. Let's go and make a sub. That sometimes stops the highlight, interrupts the... Because he can't cope. He's got to come off. And we're going to make him an inside forward on attack. We're going to change it early. And I'm going to push this wing back up to attack. Sometimes that interrupts the highlight, but it's a goal, so it didn't get interrupted. Here it goes. Oh, now that's a shocker. Maybe because I made that change, it altered the flow of the match engine, because that normally is a goal. 5 minutes. You've been unlucky. Even Makoko's got a 7.3. Keep going. Keep going. Somebody carrying an injury? Lakonga. So he's only just come on, hasn't he? Oh no, he's come off. Aina is not playing very well. But Brandon Williams over here. And Max Aarons over here. Come on, boys. Let's get a point. That'd be nice if we can get a point here. Otherwise, we're going to just get dragged back into the excitement of this relegation stuff. I mean, we're not doing too bad. We've done all right. If we could just get... I mean, our shots on target ratio is very good. If we could just get one more on target, who knows? But he is... Oh, yeah, I meant to do something about Odegaard. He is a real pest. Oof, that was close. So we need to go and have a look at Odegaard. And what can we do? He's playing as a midfield centre. Right foot hard tackle to begin with. Yeah. And then we're going to tight mark him. We'll start with that. Just see if tight marking him, all the passes... Oh, he's gone off now. All the passes have gone through him. Uh, 6.2 for Brandon Williams. Well, there's not much I can do now apart from bring on Estraband. Tyler Adams 6.4. Just when I was saying that the midfield was playing particularly well for the last 3 games, they've suddenly decided to have their worst games. Come on, we can still get a goal here. Come on, boys. Come on, you got this. Go on, Brandon. Come on, somebody hit it. Oh, nice pass. I think he might be offside, though, but it's just hit the post, did it? No, the goalkeeper saved it. Well, I don't think we've had a bad game. But Arsenal are still probably the better team. Deserve to win, probably. Ah, 3-1 now. Can't complain about this. We got like the toughest fixtures coming up. But it is kind of in line with the win 3, lose 3 pattern that's been set up here. We don't need to see them scoring again. Can't do any more subs. The two forwards, interestingly, have played really well. And the midfield's played really bad. Now, the problem's been before. The forwards have played badly, but the midfield has played really well. What is going on? Why can't they all play well together? The defence has been good, and now it's been poor. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Oh, they're going to get 4, are they? That'll really rub it in, won't it? Or are we going to get one consolation? Looks more like the consolation thing. He's offside, though. Yeah. Offside goal just to rub my nose in it. Good highlight, FM. Good highlight. What for? I'm not quite sure, but good highlight. I'm not going to say I'm not happy with them. It would be a bit harsh against Arsenal. Only 4 points above the relegation zone now. Here we go. And more injuries. Oh, he's gone for a long time. That's not very good. Yeah, see how it's going? We still don't know who we've got in this one, because that might be our saviour. They're very slow making the draw for that, aren't they? And Monday, yeah, we need to rest them. Especially as they're mostly all injured now. Need to give them a rest. I only hovered my finger above it. So, prediction for West Ham. 2-0 West Ham. But we're going to go at them. Oh, the UEFA League draw is today. We'll have a look at this one. You can't hear that, can you? Maybe you can hear it. Speed 3. Who's left? Oh, Aston Villa are going to be the big team. Celtic would be good. But don't draw Aston Villa. Or Juventus. No, we don't want Juventus either. Good. So, look, Aston Villa are left and Celtic. We're going to get one of those two. Oh, no, please not this one. Give us Celtic. Oh, we got Celtic. We got a chance of getting to the semi-final. I'll still get sacked, though, if we get relegated. That's kind of like the draw that I wanted. But I'd have preferred the away leg first. I've already seen it, haven't I? Oh, I've got a... It's the semi-final one, isn't it? So where's the news on the semi-final? Quarterfinals, semi-final. Ah, there's Aston Villa. Haha. I think Villa are probably going to win it. But we have to play Villa. So with a bit of luck, the game might decide if we're going to play Villa in the semi-final, they'll give us that one. You just don't know how this game works. Oh, there's a long break here. There's an international break here, is there? I thought it was the following Monday, but it's not. There's a long break coming up here. Sounds painful. So what do you think, Andy? Can we make it to the semi-final of the Europa League, do you think? Can we win the Europa League? If I get relegated and we win the Europa League, do you think the board will still sack me? That would be like really funny, that. Because I think we could... We played less games than everybody now, apart from Crystal Palace. Fulham lost. Nottingham Forest lost. Sunderland lost. Those were a good set of results. I suppose I could take my computer with me when I go on my trip, but I think really what I want to do is rest. It's been a tough old year, and I think honestly some time away from the game would not be a bad idea. Absolute rubbish. Guto Anthony being the only one, and he's not that good. So we're not going to be looking to the youth then. Oh, I need to go and sort that, don't I? Give some of these boys... Oh, it's already been played. Too late. Let's leave that to the youth boy. You think he'll get to the final and then lose in the final? I think we'll lose in the... I don't know, maybe even the quarterfinals. I think we might probably lose to Celtic. At some point this run has to come to an end. And it could be against Celtic. Possibly the weakest team in the pool. And that's probably where we're going to blow it. I just got a funny feeling. Yeah, I've had a look at it, Andy, and it's not spectacular. In fact, it's definitely not even anywhere near a candidate to rival FM. I wonder what kind of target audience it's aimed at. It seems to be like a kid's game. But FM can learn a lot from it. There are some things. The interface is nice. The interface is really good. And it moves really quickly. And it's possible that the database is smaller, so therefore it helps it to move quickly. But boy, does it move fast. Also, the stadiums are really good. Stadiums are awesome. And you can actually go on a tour when you take a job. When you're playing against someone, you can go and have a look around their stadium. You can you can fly a drone over it and change the angle, and it's really quite cute, that bit. The crowds are much better. Like the flares that they have in the crowd in FM, they're a bit weak, but in this We Are Football, the flares, like the smoke everywhere, and that is something really spectacular. And the flags waving, there's loads of flags in the spectators, which you don't see in FM. So there's things they can learn from it. And it's like one of the cutest bits about it is the halftime team talk, because you can actually hear the team talk. They've got recordings of managers giving a team talk, so you can actually hear that team talk, which is like quite inspiring. Come on, it's like so there's things that FM can learn from it, but it is definitely not in any way going to rival FM, not for many years to come. There's so many faults with it. I mean, they haven't got any licensing. So like I played a game, Manchester B versus Manchester R, and none of the players that we would know were in there. B for Manchester Blue and Manchester Red, and it was just like all made up, generated players. The game highlights, some of them look okay. It looks a bit clunky to me though, and they stop suddenly, like the ball just stops. And it also tells you Manchester are counter-attack, so you know what the highlight is going to be. There's kind of like, I'm not quite sure the target audience, but I guess if you could somehow figure out how to not view the highlights, if you just wanted something that was fun, that wasn't like intense like Football Manager, that wasn't going to do your head in every 5 minutes, then maybe it might be, I know, it might be for you, where you don't really have to, you don't get the pressure that you get with FM. Like your left wing back's bootlaces, you don't have to decide how long they are. Sometimes I think FM's a little bit over the top. So it depends on what you're looking for. And if you're not looking for the fully immersive... Who? Who's he? Well, if he's not going to agree to a new contract, goodbye. He's just potentially a League One. We don't need to do any. If he doesn't want what he's being offered, we'll say goodbye to him. So yeah, I mean, I had a look at it. I haven't had a full look at it yet, but there's good things in terms of the interface, the stadium walkthroughs. I love those. The drone things. You can also look at a club and it takes you around the stadium. It's like a video, and you get to go into their trophy room. And yeah, I think I would say it's a work in process. Everything has a starting point, and I think they have lots and lots of work to do, but it's going to take money. That's the problem. They're going to have to make money first in order to invest money. So, I mean, I hope it does well, because FM could do with some competition. And one of the things that I wondered was, did FM know that this was coming out? And that's why they decided FM25 was going to be where they changed their graphics engine. Did they actually know that? So, but if you don't want the full immersive experience like this, then I would say probably not a bad idea. If you just want something that's fun and you don't have to worry too much about it, go for it. But if you want realism, then this is about as close as it gets, unfortunately. What's he got? Player of the Month. Marvellous. Well done, son. That's for his hat trick. He hasn't done anything since. What about me? Manager of the Month, then. Only lost to Arsenal 3-1. Oh, the board are saying job security is secure. Well, I was disappointed as well with the 4-1 defeat, but sometimes it's beyond my control. Morris has agreed to be the under-18s. Yeah, definitely a work in progress. I think, yeah, as I said, it's going to take a lot of investment, but I can see where they're going. But, you know, like competing with FM is going to be hard for anybody now. They've left it maybe too late because FM have got a monopoly on this. And what might work, though, is I have a funny feeling that this new graphics engine that they're putting in for next year, I think that is going to cost us a lot more money. People are all rubbing their hands and saying, I can't wait for it. But when they find out it's going to cost you £85, then they might not be rubbing their hands so much. And so this game, I believe, retails for 31. So if people shift over because FM has become too expensive, that might be where they can cash in. But I don't know. Do you think FM is going to be more expensive than with the next edition, Andy? I mean, of course, I hope it isn't. But with all the investment that's going into it, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be more like, more like an Xbox games, which I believe retail at about 80 quid. And I'm wondering if they're going to try and cash in on that. So we're still 4 points clear. What happened here then? Blackpool lost. Good news. Sunderland. Newcastle drew with Forest. That's a very, very good result. Sunderland didn't play. If we can beat West Ham here, we'll get right out of trouble. But it's a big ask. It's a big, big ask. Because... What? The opportunity we have to write a new chapter. Huh? What new chapter? We're hitting form. No, we're not. God, yeah, we're hitting form right at the right time. Well, that seemed to work. Who wasn't happy? Travers. Boyomo. Billing. But the rest of them were quite positive about that. Come on, boys, we can do this. West Ham. Who are you playing? We're playing West Ham. Tactically, I don't know. Attack. Yeah, let's attack them. Let's go for it, boys. We're in good form. Ish. We're in good form. Do I have a prediction? Like, I'm not very good at predictions. I'd actually call a draw, to be honest. Neither team are particularly playing well, but both teams seem to have good spells. And so I'd kind of like plump for a draw. That would be my guess. I don't know. What do you think, Tungsten? What do you think? Because I just sit on the fence and say neither team is spectacular, so I can't see any team, either one of them, dominating the game. And I think the form of both of them is poor. So I would say, yeah, I'd go for a 1-1 draw. I'm probably going to be way out. Good news, Fulham lost. Brentford got pulled down into this, did they? Good news, Aston Villa keep winning. And at some point, You think Chelsea will win it? I just think that Newcastle, as they get their players fit again, starting to gain in confidence a little bit. I don't know. Call me a nutcase if you must. Who's this geezer? Oof, look at his jumping, reach and heading. I want to change that to feet and inches so that I understand it. Formats. How tall is he now? 6'5". Oh god, we got this again. I forgot to click that box that somebody told me about. It's like bonkers, this, waiting for this. Chelsea win 3-2. You're both going for Chelsea, are you? Why are you going for Chelsea, guys? I'm not quite sure why. Because Chelsea's form is really bad. There is a box somewhere that somebody told me that stops this from happening. Because this is like, come on. Oh, almost. Oh, there we go. He looks like a very good player. 4 mil. How much have I got in the bank here? Oof. Shall I put a bid in for him? Because he looks to me like he's a fine player. First touch 15. Good decisions. This boy looks good. What do you guys think? Physically, very good. He's not very strong though, but he's 22 years old. He'll get stronger, I guess. Not possible to purchase him at the moment. Why? I got plenty of money. Well, let's put him on the short list then. He looks like a very, very good player to me. Chelsea 3-2, Chelsea 3-0. Andy likes to go for the more outrageous score lines. I think we are going to attack West Ham. And I think I'm going to keep the same team. Breno is not fit yet. Oh, he's fittish. I'm going to keep the same team. But I'm going to... Look at my assistant messing up this bench. I have not touched it since the last game. And it's just totally messed up now. Jan Couto is suddenly fit again, is he? So he can come onto the bench. And where's Brandon Williams? Denzel Washington. Kakaras. I'm thinking of Ben's face actually with Newcastle still down the bottom of the league here. Yeah, Ben would, if he was here, he wouldn't be too happy if you guys were predicting a Chelsea win. So we don't need too many. Parrott doesn't need to be there. Clivert can play here. So Lokonga's injured now, of course, isn't he? Is it time to give Wagner some game time? Or Sumare? They're much of a muchness. Much of a muchness, those two. No, we're going to take West Ham on. We're going to go and try and surprise them. Positive might be better, but we're not in that frame of mind. We're going to put this wing back on attack as well. We're not in that frame of mind to be, although probably not a good idea, because we have one on attack. Probably better to put him on attack and to have him on support. And what I want him to do is sit narrower. Yeah, we've got him already sitting narrower. Give him space to go down the line. Shall I also put in overlap right so that he holds the ball up. He's supposed to be playing as a playmaker, so let him hold the ball up a little bit. It's just changing things for the sake of it, I suppose, but trying things. The game is supposed to be nice to you if you try things. Let's go, West Ham. But I'm not really very optimistic. I cannot see us getting a result here. I'll be very, very surprised if the game isn't going to drag us into this relegation battle. See how that changes every time by the time you get to the dressing room? Every single time. Come on, boys. Come on, let's go out there. Let's go and put on a big game for the fans here. We're at home. Let's attack them. Create chances. And West Ham have started the better team. Okay, the best laid plans. We haven't had a shot on goal yet, and West Ham have pretty much done. We've had all the possession, though, yet again. This is also something the game needs to address. Why do we always have to have all the possession? Prowse. Okay, stop. James Ward-Prowse. We'll hard tackle him and tight mark him. Hard tackle him, tight mark him, left foot. Is it left foot? Yeah, left foot. Let's see if that doesn't slow him down a little bit. Prowsey. Enough nonsense. Slowed him down a bit. Are we back in this game? We've been the better team, actually, according to the match momentum. If we can just sneak a goal and FM them here. Aina is very, very tired. Might have to come off at half time. Is he taking a knock? He's coming off at half time. Well, I'll actually take a draw here. It's time for everyone to dig in. 6.4. Nutcase again. 6.5. These two Herberts again. I'm going to play him as a shadow striker instead. As a deep line forward. Aina is at the end of his energy level. He's on a yellow card as well. And you geezers need to do better. Faver's not actually... He stopped playing, hasn't he, Faver? He had that one game where he got a hat-trick. Now he doesn't think he has to do anything. And... tell them you have not been good enough. Not being good enough. Simply not good enough. Oh, is he going to create something for there? What's happened? He's hit the post, did he? Or was that a save? What's happened here? The referee has given something. But we weren't allowed to see it. So where are we now? We're supposed to prevent the press. Let's see how well the press is working here. Are they able to play out through our press? Easy. Dead easy, that was. Nicely intercepted, though. Right, come on, boys. Come on. Come on, one goal. Make my day. Go on, go on. You're in. You're in. Yes. I think I probably could have done better than that. What's happened with Prowsey? We've completely shut Ward-Prowse down, and nobody else has done anything since. Although we're not dominating the game. But we're a better team, I think. What was I going to do? If the press isn't working, let's come off the counter press then. They played through us there a little bit too easy for my liking. Change it. Oh, not yet. Come on, we're in this game. Believe. As Brandon Williams, don't shoot. Must be a chance. Oh, come on, FM. Come on. The number of highlights we have to get a goal is outrageously unbalanced. Come on, FM. We deserve a goal. I don't know what Brandon Williams is doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing. That's so unfair. Tyler Adams is tired. Esposito can come on there. These two Herberts have got to come off. So Clivert can come in there. Okay, Andy, mate. And hopefully see you Tuesday, but maybe not. I'll do a post if I can make it on Tuesday. Well, thanks for the feedback, Prol. That's really kind of you. Did seem to work for a long time, that system. I'm not sure it's working at the moment, but we'll put him back as a... We'll use him as an advance forward. Well, actually, I'm going to put him as an attacking mid. On attack. Cheers, Andy. Thanks for your support, mate. And we will speak to you very, very soon. Oh, come on, boys. Come on, let me go to bed tonight with a positive result here. We've been the better team. And we deserve this. Max Aarons is not playing very well. I haven't got any subs left, though. Come on, boys. Well, at least we're not pressing now, so hopefully we're not going to get out of shape here. But again, they've just worked their way through us easy as pie. It's a bit worrying. We're going to get FM'd here, aren't we? The one highlight that they have. There's a goal coming here. It's the way they're passing it. Oh. Can't put the press back on because we're tired and it wasn't working, but maybe I have to. Let's put the press back on. Go on, goalkeeper. Nicely claimed. Oh, come on, boys. James Ward-Prowse is still a menace. So, which side of the field is he? He's on the right-hand side. Why can't I go back to my tactics now? That's not very sporting. He's my right hand side, so he needs to mark James Ward-Prowse. We've got to stop him passing the ball. Maybe we've got to close him down as well. He's the only one who's actually had a key pass in the game. He's had 6 of them. Oh, goalkeeper, what are you doing? I must put Crisp back in the team. I think we should just hold on for a point here. We'll be 5 points clear of the drop zone. Should we hold on for a point or keep going for it? I'm going to go back to a balanced way of playing. We'll put both wing backs on support now. I haven't got any subs left, have I? We'll slow the game down in a minute. Got to stop them attacking. They're finishing stronger than we are. Okay, Tungsten. Thanks very much, mate, and I'll see you hopefully on Tuesday. Good header. Come on, clear it, clear it. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Oh, it's gone wide. So, okay. Hold our shape. Pull the line back. Shorter, time wasting. Don't want to play out of defence. Slow the pace down. Just got to keep this corner out then, have we? Or is it going to be the late goal syndrome again? I don't like the way, Nate, that the highlights are playing out here. I just decided let's slow it all down now. I'll take a point. And that's what we've got. Nicely done. I say you were unlucky. But if your forwards don't play very well, there's nothing much you can do. And I'll be happy with that, given, was it 7 games to go? 5 points above the drop zone. I'm going to be happy with that. We could cause an upset against Celtic in the... But we'll leave that for next time, because I got to go and pack my bag for tomorrow. And hopefully, though, I won't need the contents of the bag because they will let me go home rather than keep me in. So we'll leave it there. And I shall see you guys hopefully on Tuesday. And if not, we'll definitely see you on Thursday. And can we get to the semi-final of the Europa League against all the odds? Who knows? It'll be unbelievable if we do. But in the league, and that's what we've got to concentrate on, we've got some tough games. Aston Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, one after the other. Who can we survive? Who knows? Okie dokie, I shall see you next time, guys. Thanks for coming. Appreciate the support. Don't forget, leave a like because it will help the channel to grow. And thanks very much, Jenk. Appreciate it. It's just routine. Hopefully they'll let me out late afternoon. If not, then I'll be out in the morning after. So it's just routine. Nothing to worry about. It just knocks me sideways sometimes for a couple of days. But hopefully Tuesday we'll be up and running. If not, then Thursday. Thanks for all your support, guys. Appreciate it more than you know. And we'll see you all in the next one. Cheers, Blob. You didn't really miss much. We only lost one tonight, which is good. So come back on Tuesday or Thursday, Blob. It'll depend on how my surgery goes tomorrow. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it.